Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, I'll be doing a 6 months flip through of my skinny classic Happynichi junk bullet daily journal. And if that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. Okay, so it has been a minute since I've been in here. So we're going to do a 6 month flip through that goes from January 2021 through June 2021. This first part of the video is going to be a bit chatty as I talk about the evolution of where I am now. We'll do the flip through, and then at the end of the video, I'll insert footage of things I've eaten during the work week since the last time that I've uploaded one of these videos. I think the last time I uploaded a daily journal video was like in the middle of May. So it's been a while. Okay, so this is a skinny classic Happy Planner half note. If you are new to my channel, this size, and I'm sorry for the glare, everything's plasticky, so there's just going to be a glare on things. This size right here, I believe came out like the early part of 2019. And at the time, Happy Planner was calling this their Happy Planner half note. So it's a 9-disc system, so it's the same height as one of their classic Happy Planners, but it's significantly shorter. But they did not have a planner, so it was just different notebooks in this size. And I don't know who originated, but I know the very first person who used these as a planner was Dana from Magical Plans. I'll link her down below. And she had turned it into a Happynichi Weeks inspired layout. If you've never seen a Happynichi, it's a little journal from Japan. It's I believe, an annual calendar. And on one side, there's a weekly layout on one page, all horizontal. And then the other side of the spread is blank. And so she had done her Happy Planner half notes in that style. Now she called it a Happynichi. It wasn't a Happynichi, it was a fake Happynichi. I don't know who coined it in Happy Planner world, but they started calling this a Happynichi. So Happy Planner plus Happynichi equals Happynichi. Again, if you're new to this, that might, be something that you've been wondering. Now, prior to this, I personally had been using a big planner. I knew at that time I wasn't a planner, but I purchased it because I wanted to do some tracking for social media and business. And that I did through May of 2019. I had it from October 2018. And then come May 2019, I started this. And this size has been my go-to size for any Happy Planner products. Now, I'll still buy classic. I'll still buy the big size because I can always cut things down. And these half sheet or half note Happy Planner notebooks are really hard to find here in Hawaii. I don't know that I've ever seen one. So I'm purchasing either from joanns.com or from Amazon. Or I've also been gifted quite a bit of this. And so what I have done is I made this cover. I used to have an Etsy shop that was open that I sold these in. Sometime in life, I'm going to be doing mystery bags that will include this, but at the rate I'm going right now, that's probably going to be for the holidays. But I made this to protect this because this would get thrown into my purse and I didn't want anything to happen to the disc. It's the only purpose for this cover. And then this was part of a cover that my friend Val had sent to me. I've got a pocket here that my friend Andy had sent to me, and this is the system that I used for the longest time. Now I still use this, but this is not what I carry around with me. Now come October 2020, I had the epiphany, and let me try to take some of the glare away, that I'm not a planner, and doing planner spreads, no matter how non-traditional they were. And every week since May 2019, I was making a planner spread that it just wasn't going to work for me. And so the latter part of 2020, I did sort of this style, and then I really leaned into it in January. So that kind of brings you up to speed on where we are. So when I get into the weekly, or when I get into this, you're going to notice that there are some differences in here. It is not a monthly calendar, weekly calendar. I'm not tracking anything by way of specific days. Yeah, let's just get into it so you can see. So for those of you who have been following me for a while, none of this is new. It's just, if you are new here, I just wanted to explain how I got to this, because you're not going to see this style on many, if any, channels here on YouTube, because this is not a preferred size. It's not a preferred style. It's kind of a combination of a junk journal and a bullet journal, but in Happy Planner products. And so, yeah, it's sort of a hybrid of different things, but it works for me. So I don't care that it's not in the community as much, but you might not have seen anything like this before. All right, so what I did is this first part is all annual trackers, and I did set this up in the beginning of the year. I had made these quote stickers. By and large, I do prefer more snarky, sassy quotes, but I did want to start off the year at least with a more positive note. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty, and I had designed this in Canva, used my sticker label paper, and then just stuck it down. I was going to be very reflective this year. I'm telling you right now, I haven't been, and I'm not even mad about it. I did do this here. I forgot to write down the numbers. Oh, goodness. Well, I started January 2021. Is that right? Oh, because I'm looking at that number right there. I'm like, that can't be right. All right, so I started January 2021 with 3,600 subscribers here on YouTube. I think when I checked earlier today, I was up to like 4,140. So in the last 6 months, I've grown about 500 subscribers. So for those of you who are new here, hey, welcome. I'd like to say I'm like Danny Buttons and I'm a fun time. No. So I will need to write the numbers there. I'll also need to write down if there's any important dates that I need to remember that are not work related specifically. And so that's what this layout is for. I don't really use it for anything else. For video ideas, I have tons of video ideas. I actually have ideas there. I've got ideas in a different place, but I haven't been really feeling like filming, and so yeah. Now, one of the pages in here that I really enjoy is this right here. Now, Andy and I are kind of on a pause right now with our reading. We got through like the first third of, God, I don't even know what the name of the book is, but we're like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. Oh, Renegades. Renegades is what we're reading. So the last time I talked about it was the last time we read anything in it. You know what? I'm cool with that. Neither of us are really feeling like a reading mode, but we just started a co-op on Stardew Valley. Not gonna lie. We just played today, and before I knew it, like 2 hours had gone by. The game is addictive, and right now I'm only playing with her in the co-op. I want to concentrate other time on other things, and if I go into my own personal farm, well, then there goes the day. But that's how Andy and I have been connecting, and really that's all that's important to me. So getting back to this is where I'm tracking the various themes for the month, and so I've got this set up for the 12 months of the year, and this gives just a little snapshot of all of the different themes I have coming up. As you can see, it definitely went from neutral to way more colorful. And I think there's a reason for that. I mean, I know it sounds like I'm questioning it. This is mine, but there definitely was a reason for it. But I like this because it helps me remember what it is that I use. Plus, this to me also looks very decorative, and I like that. So let's go into January. I did separate the months, at least for a while, with this little vellum from Tim Holtz. And this is how I sort of ended 2020. Very collagey, very arty, and I love it. I'm not going to lie. Every month I did have a word of the month instead of a word of the year, because for me it just helped me focus a little bit more. And so this is the most that you're going to see by way of a monthly calendar. I do like to have the calendar somewhere, so it started out with this little one that I picked up from Amazon. I do track my buddy read with Andy, or at least I was at the time, a horoscope, and then this was the thought of the day. But as you notice, there isn't anything here by way of weekly planning. I have my thoughts in and my thoughts out regarding how I was feeling mentally, emotionally, physically into the month and out of the month. And then I went into daily journaling. Because again, I'm not a planner, so I'm not going to do a planner system. I would write here if I was working, and this closed mean I didn't film what I was eating. I do like to film my breakfast and my lunch. It helps me feel like a Korean vlogger, and this is the way that I was tracking that. And so I would do these little, oh, look at that. Wow. I would do this and I would write until I didn't feel like writing anymore, and then I would start all over again. So it didn't matter if a full week fell on here, I would just keep going. And so this was my layout for all of January. Now, none of the pages look exactly the same, but there definitely is a theme throughout by way of some of the embellishments, so that even though I'm using dissimilar products, it still looks cohesive, and I love that. There's some things there. There's some things on the back of that. And there's a little flip out here, little flip out there, and another one. And it's just very reminiscent to me of a junk journal. In the latter part of January, I had rediscovered a love of coloring in coloring books. And so you see that here by way of, this is a page out of the Journey of the Secret Library or something like that. And I just cut it down. And so I added snips of it throughout, and then I colored it. Word of the month was patience. And then so you can see that there are aspects of my coloring book in here because I was really enjoying it. So I've got my horoscope, my buddy read. This is the thought of the day. And then we go into thoughts in, thoughts out, and then daily journaling. And this just sort of continues in this vein. And I would tip in or put in anything that I thought was worthwhile. This was some happy mail that I had gotten. And so I mean, I love the look of it. I love how interactive it is. I took a classic sheet. Again, this is the size of a classic notebook. So you fold it in, you've got it now for a half note skinny classic. And then there's just things here that remind me of stuff that was going on at the time. And so that's the end of February. And then going into March, because of some happy mail that I received, that kind of dictated the theme for that. The word of March was change. And this definitely was a departure for me because I definitely, if you were to go by late 2020 through the beginning of 2021, I love the neutrals and the burgundies and things like that. So going with full-on rainbow colors like this isn't usually what I would choose. But because my friend Andy had given me these meal planner stickers. It kind of dictated the theme for me, so I was just going to lean into it. So the aspects of the monthly calendar, I did pick this up from Sticky Mo, I believe is the Etsy shop. I'll link it below. This is a coloring page that I had printed on vellum and then colored it in with mild liner and then just punched it and put it in here. My thought of the day, and then we go into the daily journaling. Now this one was very segmented because it gave certain spots to certain days because I needed a meal planner for certain days. And so you'll see that it changes the look of it. This looks more like a traditional planner, even though it's a journaling thing. If you were wondering what a skinny classic happy planner looks like, it is in this 4-box system. Now I did this myself. This is just paper I had cut down, but that's the planner system that Happy Planner has, where it's a horizontal planner, because really it's the only one that they can do that's viable for the space that they have. And it just continues like that. More coloring that I did. This was St. Patrick's Day, hence all of the green. Hence all of the green, and then it goes back to colorful. This is some paper I had never actually used before, so I was glad I was able to use it for this week. And again, it just sort of takes over for the entire month. Going into April, change it up again, and so I had chosen my colors. This is actually what the Happy Planner Skinny Classic tracking calendar, I don't know what they call it, but it's this layout, and so I just use it from one of the old ones that I was gifted for 2020. Again, monthly calendar, and it looks very much the same, but this is the first month I introduced this tracker, and this tracks the days that I journal, color, play on my Switch, and unplug. This is also where I list what I've eaten for breakfast or for lunch, so that for my daily journaling, which actually starts here, I would not need to put it with the day. But then I also was doing my daily horoscope here. Before, I was just doing it on the day that it fell on. This way I could just keep a running listing of all of the horoscopes that I would read off of my phone. Thoughts in, thoughts out, and then we get into the journaling. And again, I would journal for as long or as little as I wanted, and then I would set up the next day. And so all you see is just writing on a page. And I knew that I really wanted to focus more on coloring and working on some of my creative hobbies. So I didn't want this to have anything to do with anything other than journaling. And you can certainly see that there. Now we get into May. Again, still a colorful vibe. Not mad at it. And I really started paring things down. So we were going to do a buddy read, Andy and I, and we started the month out that way. And then she got busy with things. I wasn't really motivated, so it just seemed to be serendipitous that we're like, you know what, let's take a break. Did the highlight reel, and that's what I call this now. And it's not so much it's the best thing that happened that day, it's just the most noteworthy thing or things that happened that day. And you're going to see that there's some things going on. So this is my daily horoscope that I would write down, and I really try to get it all into one page. This is the same tracker that you saw for April, and it looks very much the same until it doesn't. So towards the end of, or towards the middle of May, I wasn't feeling motivated. I wasn't feeling motivated to film. I wasn't feeling motivated to write. And what I do typically up until that point is I would make sure to come in here and write what my highlight reel was for the day every single evening, sometime before I went to bed. And then the following weekend, I would go back and I would just, using my highlight reel, journal. Well, I got to, what would have been? I got to like the 22nd, 23rd, wasn't feeling it. So I decided not to write. I thought, you know what, I'll catch up the 29th or the 30th. wasn't feeling it. And so I just decided to mark that. If I'm not feeling like journaling and I have a highlight reel to tell me what I've done, for what then? And this really, it's not like, oh, this changed my world aspect. It's just, I'm not going to do this for the video, and I'm not going to force myself to do something if I don't want to. And so I had every intention of doing it, wasn't feeling it, and totally just wrote it down. And so we go into June. Coming into June, I was still not feeling it. So I did the cover sheet because I like this. I never did a video on this. I did my highlight reel. As you can see, there is no buddy read set up. There is no horoscope set up. There is none of that set up. I still enjoy doing my tracker for journaling, coloring, switch. As you can see, for the entire month of June, there were 3 days that I did some journaling. So I set up here. I did some updates here, and then some more updates here. But I colored a lot. This right here, I didn't do much of anything but watch a lot of television because I was out on sick leave and I was in a bit of pain. So, you know, what I'm doing definitely reflects there. I have not played my Switch much at all, except for the last week or so where I'm co-oping again with Andy. There is no journaling this month. There's not going to be any journaling, or actually it's already July, so there will not be any journaling for June. And I am perfectly happy with this. Now for July, I'm actually going to do exactly the same first 3 pages. So I'm going to have my cover, I'm going to have my highlight reel, I'm going to have my tracker, but I will do a little bit of journaling. In fact, I might do that later on tonight because while it may not be a daily journaling, I do want to write a little bit about how I'm feeling about my birthday month. July is my birthday month, and just doing a mental wellness check-in here. Now, whether I do that throughout the month, whether I just do it the once, I don't know, but I'm going to definitely leave some space. I mean, it's just paper I can take in and take out, but I have found it interesting that the more I lean into my other creative hobbies, the less I use this. And again, because I have my highlight reel, I can look at this and think, okay, so I did this there, I did this there. My days kind of run into each other. It's not like I lead an exciting life. So this is perfectly good enough for me. If I want to journal, I mean, I have an entire notebook full of paper. I certainly can do that, but I'm not going to force myself to do it. Daily journaling for me was, 1, I love looking at writing on a page, and 2, sometimes I would feel like fleshing things out. I wouldn't really consider this a diary. I'm not sharing my innermost feelings because I just don't like that. But it was a nice place. I do love looking at this, but it's just not what I need for right now. And the thing with making your own system on a daily, monthly, weekly basis is it can be as much or as little as you want it to be. So yeah. And I really like the look of this month, and I might continue this. This is a free pencil that I got, but I had bought some Faber-Castell Abracduro pencils. I just did some squiggling, I did the lettering, and then I washed it out. And I love how that looks. It's so decorative to me. So yeah, that is my flip through. Again, you can see a progression. It was so collagey and just all junk journal style, and it's very beautiful. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of effort. And at that time, I wasn't really leaning into my creative hobbies. And it isn't all coloring because I also was right in the beginning of the year also starting some of my creative journals. And so there were just a lot of things going on, and I just totally loved it. And it's not that I don't love it now, it's just, it's not what I need. And if I only have a certain amount of time after work to do things, it's not going to be on this. I don't feel that I need to make it be about this. I don't know. I love looking at it, and I'm going to continue to do it, even if it's just in this pared down style here, doing maybe a little bit of journaling or not, but I'm certainly not going to push myself to do something and make this feel like it's a homework assignment. I don't need that. I don't need that pressure on myself. I know you guys have been amazing. Sama, thanks so much for being so patient. And so you might see this on a monthly basis where I just show you my theme for the month. I show you the highlight reel and if I've done any journaling, and then I post the meals that I've eaten for breakfast or lunch during my work week. And that might just be that, just because this is the progression that I'm making with this journal. All right, guys. Well, if you're not interested in the meals, this is the time for you guys to click out. Thank you so much for following me on this journey. Give me a like, a thumbs up, comment. It all helps my channel. For those of you who are interested to see what I've eaten, and I'll insert as much footage as I can, then that's it from me for now. And as always, aloha. Hey guys, lunch for today, May 20th, is some leftovers. So it's a green salad with some croutons and some string cheese. And then I went crazy with the string cheese and I put it on this. This is leftover Little Caesars, their pan pizza, and then their breadsticks. That's just cheese on top and then microwaved. And then I've got the Tropics special dressing. There actually wasn't much left in the bottle. I took it from home. And so there's actually a mixture of that dressing, which is like a French dressing, and I have Italian here at work. And that's lunch for today. I'm gonna tell you right now, I usually only eat green salad, or I like eating green salad when there's lots of croutons and lots of dressing. It's like a delivery system. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, lunch for today, Friday, May 21st, is a kimchi bowl, just a easy ramen. But since I'm home today, I added some green onions, some leftover cabbage from dinner, and there's actually some roast pork from this past weekend. It's roast pork though. It's fine. It'll be fine. I'm pretty sure it's fine. For breakfast, I actually didn't have anything. I didn't wake up super cold, so I wasn't in the mood for coffee. I'll probably have that later on this afternoon, and I wasn't hungry. So yeah, that's lunch for today. That's it for this week. Hope you have or had a great weekend. Thank you. Hey guys, lunch for today, Monday, May 24th, is a grilled ham and cheese sandwich, some barbecue chips, and some pickles. We actually got that honey mustard last week sometime with, I don't know, something, and I thought it would be good with the ham and cheese sandwich. I don't know, I usually like honey mustard, so I thought that'd be yummy. For breakfast, I just had coffee, and yeah, that's lunch for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, lunch for today, Tuesday, May 25th, is leftovers from home. I've got some rice, I've got some leftover gravy, and a stir fry that has rotisserie chicken and mushroom and spinach in it. I'm talking softly because my door is open, but yeah, that's lunch for today. I actually had banana bread and coffee for breakfast, and I was done with it by the time I realized I should have filmed that. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, today is Wednesday, May 26th. Lunch is just gonna be something real quick because it's actually a bit of a busy day for me. So I'm having a kimchi noodle bowl and an apple. I should have packed lunch last night, but I didn't. And in the cafeteria, it's fish, and you guys know how I feel about that. Breakfast, it was actually just a cup of coffee. Again, it's starting to ramp up in the busy season for me. So yeah, I'm just gonna scarf through this, watch a little bit of YouTube, and then get back to work. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, lunch for today, Thursday, May 27th, is pork and peas. It's a Filipino dish, pork guisantes. Well, at least their version of it. It tastes okay. It needed a little bit of shoyu, but otherwise it's all right. Some vegetables. It's weird because it's hot, but it's super, super crunchy. Some hapa rice, and then I just bought a salad from lunch. I'll probably end up eating this and not that. Yeah, the kale is okay, and I'll probably eat that. but the regular cabbage. It's super crunchy, almost bitter. It's weird. But yeah, lunch for today and breakfast, which is coffee. Morning, guys. It is Friday, May 28th, the last Friday of May. I woke up, didn't want a coffee. I had bought this tuna salad sandwich for lunch. Yeah, you ever wake up and you want a tuna salad sandwich? Me too. I'm not exactly sure what I'm having for lunch, but yeah, that's breakfast for today. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, lunch for today is a mishmash of leftovers. Wednesday night, today is Friday, May 28th. Wednesday night we had Popeyes. Last night we had leftover Popeyes, and this is the last of the leftover Popeyes. And so I've got a green salad with some of the chicken. There's bell peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, and then I've got a little bit of honey mustard and Italian mix right there. This is the leftover mashed potatoes and red beans. I don't know exactly what I'll finish, but whatever I don't finish just gets tossed because it's the last of, I think there's a little bit of chicken, but that's someone else's job. I'm tired of chicken. I didn't want chicken in the first place, but I was overruled. And then I've got this plate because I needed something to carry things in because I eat at my desk in my room, just because that's what I do at the office. I just eat at my desk at the office. All right, well, that's it for lunch for today. I hope you guys have or had a long weekend. If you're here in the US and you celebrate and have Memorial Day off, I will see you guys next week. And the next time I film one of these, it'll be June. Yeah, guys, June. All right, take care. Morning, guys. It is Wednesday, June 2nd. I actually took the day off yesterday, so this is my first day working in June. That sounds weird. Anyway, for breakfast, I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I've got some cherries. I'll probably split this between this and then having a little bit of that for dessert for lunch. So I'll see you guys at lunch. Of course, I have my big cup of coffee. Take it easy. See you in a bit. Hey guys, lunch for today, Wednesday, June 2nd, is just a bunch of leftovers. We had meat shish kebabs on the weekend, and so on Monday Mom made a stir fry with it. Yeah, it's Wednesday and I'm eating leftovers. This is some ramen I had for lunch yesterday, and it's just an amalgamation of all of that. I put on the paper plate because it's glass and so it will just be hot, but I actually don't need this plate, so I'll take that off and put it back in the stack, if that makes sense. Anyway, that's lunch for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, lunch for today, Thursday, June 3rd. I need to think about that, even though I'm literally looking at the date on my computer. But we had McDonald's last night, but it was too hot and I didn't really feel hungry, so I just brought my cheeseburger to work. I know they have McDoubles, Big Macs, Quarter Pounder, but my favorite burger from McDonald's is actually just a regular cheeseburger. Now, it's not my favorite burger from a fast food place. I think I like the Sourdough Jack from Jack in the Box or the Whopper a little bit better, but those are, in my mind, fancier. If I just want something I know is consistent, and those other two, depending on what Jack in the Box we go to or what Burger King we go to, aren't consistent. But if I just want a consistent cheeseburger, McDonald's is my choice. Those are the leftover cherries from yesterday, and then underneath it I've got some nectarines that I cut up from home. That's lunch for today. Breakfast, it was just coffee. My stomach is being a little stupid, so I don't know why I thought coffee would be good. Maybe that's part of the problem. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, lunch for today, Tuesday, June 15th, is some things I just cobbled together. It's beef mandu and mixed vegetables from home. Added some water and some ramen seasoning to make a mandu soup. I've got some bread here and an apple, and that was lunch for today. Coffee was just breakfast. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, lunch for today, Thursday, June 17th, is mac and tomato spaghetti. It's just microwavable. That's how it looks without the sauce. And then it comes with those two things right there I'll be adding in just a second. Stir it up and it's good to go. And I've had this before and it's quite delicious. Breakfast was just coffee. That's lunch for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, lunch for today, Monday, June 21st, is some leftovers. And so there was leftover taco meat last week, which I turned into a taco mac on Friday. It's currently Monday, so it's not all of it, but doesn't smell or taste bad, so I'm going to eat it. You know how fancy I am, so I added a piece of Kraft Single on top of it because actually it's a bit dry. I didn't cook the Kraft mac and cheese and then add the taco meat. I just cooked everything together, and I don't think I added enough water, so maybe that's why it's dry, or I don't know. I was creating things with leftovers, and that's what I came out with. And then the salad is cucumber, onions, bell pepper, and tomatoes in an Italian dressing. That's actually leftover from last night. But that's my lunch for today. For breakfast, I just had a cup of coffee. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, lunch for today, Wednesday, June 23rd, is a bento. I actually took the bus into work this morning, first time in over a year. And yeah, I don't miss it, but it's going to become more necessary as we progress on. I still can get rides in and home, but I'm going to slowly transition to taking the bus. Anyway, in here is a hot dog, a piece of Spam. That's an egg right there. Rice with furikake. That is kamaboko, so fish cake. And then that is a vegetable tempura with a piece of daikon. It was up the street from us. I normally don't stop anywhere before work, and I didn't bring anything in because, you know, the bus. So I was happy to find something, although if I didn't find anything, or if I didn't get off the bus to find something, I would have just had like ramen or something. For coffee, I just had breakfast. Nope, for breakfast, I just had coffee. And that's lunch for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Lunch for today, Thursday, June 24th, is, I know it's hard to tell, but that's actually pizza and a breadstick. It looks like some tomato sauce and a kale and tomato salad. Breakfast was just coffee, and yeah, that's lunch for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, lunch for today, Friday, June 25th, the last Friday of June. Yeah, it is. I did think. This is actually some leftovers from dinner. My folks had bought some ravioli from Costco. I think it's spinach and cheese. And so there's like 3 raviolis there. They're kind of big. And then my mom had made a red sauce with hamburger meat just from the jar. Well, the hamburger meat was from the freezer, but the red sauce is just a jar. And then she had made a white sauce from scratch because we like both of them. The red sauce is not my favorite. It's the RAO brand, I believe, from Costco. And I find that one a bit acidic, but when I mix it with the white sauce, it's perfect. And then we also had corn and cucumber salad last night. Now last night they were separate, and usually they're separate. But for storage purposes, last night, they just put it in one container. So I'm just going to eat them all mixed up. I mean, it goes in the same stomach, right? And then for breakfast, I just had some water. It wasn't that cold in my room, so I didn't feel the need for a coffee. And I had a deadline today. Well, I have a deadline today. There's a few more things I need to do. And so I just jumped right in when I started my shift. And that's lunch for today. I will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend, or hope you had one. Hey guys, lunch for today is actually leftovers. So Saturday we made beef stew. This is actually my leftovers from last night. I had taken a portion of beef stew, but I didn't end up eating it because I was focused on the rice and the cucumber tomato salad and the mac salad and the tegu, and it was so delicious. I never actually got to that, so I just bundled it up, heated up today. We still have a little bit of stew left. I don't know if there'll be enough for lunch tomorrow. We'll see. When we cook on the weekends, we generally like to cook on Saturday and then be able to eat it for multiple days, just so that we're not cooking every single day. So that's why we eat stew or chop suey or things like that over multiple days. I did make a tuna mac salad, which is basically just macaroni salad with a can of tuna that I've put in. If you ever had it from like a buffet, or I reference Sizzler, that's what it tastes like. And then last night we had a tomato and onion salad in a vinaigrette and a cucumber salad in a vinaigrette. But for storage purposes, they're just all together. So that's what you see there. For breakfast, I just had lunch. I don't even know if I mentioned it's Monday, June 28th, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, lunch for today, Tuesday, June 29th is, you guessed, leftovers. Last night, my mom and my brother went to Costco, and they picked up a Costco hot dog, but we didn't eat it last night. But I don't know why they took it off the bun. But it was just a floating sausage. Well, it wasn't floating, but it was just a sausage in the refrigerator today. And so we have some Hawaiian sweet rolls. And so I cut the sausage in half and then fried it. Sauteed the bread. I didn't add any oil or anything. It's just the heat of the pan. I've got cheese, half of the Costco sausage, ketchup, mustard, kind of a spicy relish, and some green onions. I've got some extra ketchup and mustard there because you guys know I love me some sauce. And then these chips my brother picked up. They're called Lay's Summer BLT chips. I don't know that I taste a BLT, but it definitely is interesting. I definitely would eat these again. Lunch, it was just water. I actually haven't had coffee yet today. Maybe that's why I'm a little tired. Don't know. But that's lunch for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, lunch for today, Wednesday, June 30th, last day of June, is a deluxe salmon salad from 7-Eleven. There's actually some lettuce underneath, green onions, salmon, kamaboko, which is just a fish cake, some scrambled egg, and some ham. There's like a, it's not very sour, but it's definitely a shoyu-based sauce. I don't know if you've ever had salmon. It's quite refreshing. It's a cold dish, so you eat it cold. And yeah, that's lunch for today. There's a fork right next to it because it came with it, but I think I'm going to eat it with a chopstick. I generally like to eat my noodles with chopsticks. For breakfast, I just had a spam musubi, but by the time I remembered, there was like a bite left, and that wasn't cute. So yeah, that was breakfast and lunch for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.